Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel once again. That's right, there is no gig log at the moment. We're actually going to be reacting to some gig logs and some DJ content, but don't leave. I know reaction content's a little bit of a touchy subject, but I'm going to be making transformative, additive content, and we're not even going to be looking at the whole videos. So without further ado, I think it's time to get right into it. Now, the first thing I want to do is talk about ItsJustSanti on YouTube. He's been putting out amazing content talking about clubs. It's kind of bridging the gap between wedding DJs and club DJs, kind of illuminating both sides of it, like what he would do differently and what these clubs are doing that he hadn't thought of. Honestly, just overall, a great source of information just in general. Moving on to the actual chunks of the video, the actual main section of the video here. So this is Justin the DJ. He just uploaded this about an hour ago since I started recording this video. So I haven't seen this yet, and we're just going to kind of see what's up. We're going to check out the intro. We're going to check out some of the different sections here. We're going to see how he sets up the video and how he kind of tells the day's story and basically how he's editing a gig log together, what we can learn from him, what he could do better, maybe if he can. He's a great content creator. But let's dive in. Nice intro, and then you got the Vine boom with the like and subscribe, of course. If you aren't, you know what? Boom. If you aren't a fan, or if you aren't already subscribed to Justin the DJ, I highly recommend. It's just amazing content. Vine boom is a little cheesy, though. I will give you that.
What's going on, guys? It's Justin the DJ, and we have another wedding today. We are right outside of Dallas, Texas, here at the Hickory Street Annex. So today's wedding is going to be a little bit different. They're having their ceremony in the same spot as the reception. So we're only going to set up our ceremony sound.
One thing that Justin does really well is he talks straight into the camera with an unbroken stream of consciousness most of the time, only cutting when there's kind of like an actual break in phrasing. That's something that I need to get better at, is like talking to the camera, having a full stream of consciousness, and not cutting as much.
And then after the ceremony is finished, then we're going to bring in all of our DJ gear, set everything up, and we're only going to have 30 minutes or so to get everything ready to go for the wedding. So hopefully we got enough time. Fingers crossed on that, but let's go ahead, unload our trailer, get this wedding started. Let's do it.
I'm a huge fan of these montages where we're kind of seeing the setting up and the loading in.
The venue right now. We have all of our gear off to the side right over here. And as you can see, we have our ceremony space all set up and ready to go for this.
Great content. I'm loving everything. It's quick, it's to the point, adds music where it needs to be added, takes it out where we don't need music. Like when he's talking, he has such a good stream of consciousness, like I said, where he doesn't need any of that backing track to kind of fill that space so we're not lost in our own thoughts. He's basically covering every second in a layer of sound, and he makes it look easy, honestly. So we're going to skip ahead here. So what else do we got? Ceremony, 30 minutes to set up, introductions, first dance, party, and then we're partying to the end. So let's cut to the end of the party. We don't need to watch his whole video. So let's just see. I see Yeah by Usher here. So let's take a look at this real quick. Two cameras so far. Three cameras.
Give it up for the reason we're here tonight, Mr. and
So this is something that's actually a pet peeve of mine, is when you get to the end of the dance set and then you cut right there and then you don't say anything else for the rest of the video. And I feel like you kind of need that epilogue where you're talking to the viewers, giving them that epilogue, that closure. Closure is something. It just feels very abrupt when you're cutting it right at the end of the dance set. So overall, I think Justin the DJ's videos are top quality. He's got 3 cameras going. One of them, I think, is a 360 camera. And then he has 2 others, one for behind himself, so you can get both him and the dance floor, and then one for just the guests, so you can kind of get multiple angles, which I think is one of the really important things. But it isn't necessary, but definitely does help. So now we're going to move on to the next video here. This is DJ Danny. He's got 286 subscribers. So let's jump right in. First impressions, I really like this graphic right here. You've got DJ Danny, YouTube, and then DJ Danny underneath that. I like the feel and the look of it, but you're saying DJ Danny a couple times. It's as if you signed it and then you wrote your name in print underneath it, which I guess has its charm to it. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so now we've had 3 or 4 different DJ Dannys already. I feel like that's a little on the nose, but let's just see where this takes us. There's the original one again. That was the original, I think.
What's going on, YouTube? DJ Danny here with another gig log. It is February 3rd, 2024. I am actually on my way to pick up my partner right now. It involves, I believe, K through 6.
All right, so far, DJ Danny here is putting in the work to editing. He's adding text to important information, like he put the bantam in the bottom. I do want to take a look at that. I feel like adding a shadow or something would definitely help, because I think it got a little bit bright, and clarity is definitely...
What I was told...
Clarity is definitely one of the biggest things that I've had an issue with. Like, this white kind of washes it out. It's a little bit hard to make out if that actually is an M or something like that. It works and it's fine. Like, this screenshot obviously is perfect, but in motion, things don't always look as clean as you might think. I think there actually is a tiny shadow, but maybe just making that a little bit clearer. He's talking stream of consciousness. He's talking to us as if we're a friend, which is totally cool. If you do have Adobe Premiere, DJ Hi Kevin talks about how you can cut silence and stuff. I don't know if because you're in a car, it doesn't quite work, but I think that would definitely help out cutting out the silences in between so that it does seem a little bit more like a stream of consciousness. But I am wondering if those smaller phrases might make it too jarring from one phrase to the next. But overall, I think it's just a little bit slow, but I think it's still good content.
130 people. It involves, I believe, K through 6. So, should be fun. I apologize in advance. I probably, most likely, will not add any video of the kids.
So that's another thing. If you're ever doing like high school or elementary school, if I am going to be posting on social media about the event, I try and never have any kids on any content whatsoever. I feel like weddings are a little bit okay because you're expecting to see adults there, and if there happen to be kids there, you're not focusing on the kids, you're focusing on the adults part of it. And then that's another thing is, but you definitely want to ask whatever event you're doing if it's okay to post on YouTube, post on Instagram, and create content. I haven't had anybody say no yet, so it's definitely something that you want to at least clarify that you will be posting.
So I apologize in advance. But anyways, should be a fun night, quick night. I believe it's only 2 hours. Unfortunately, us DJs get there a little earlier to drive and everything, but effective. So I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. All right, YouTube. Here's the place right here. Have the Valentine centerpieces. Actually, a nice little room. Well, believe it or not, 230 people.
So there's a couple things about DJ Danny's videos. I've seen one other of his videos, one of his longer videos. And there's just a couple things that I noticed from this one and that one that are similar. I'm totally cool with showing the venue and everything and like how everything's set up. I love showing that off. A montage is kind of the way to go. And if you don't want to do a lot of editing, then filming in short bursts. So all you have to do is click and drag it into your editing software, whatever you're using. And that way you have minimum editing. But that's something I noticed with DJ Danny here is that he takes his time walking around and talking about the decorations for the event. It could be a bit faster. It loses my attention. Personally, I feel like I want to click out or like skip ahead or something like that. The decorations are definitely something that you can touch upon and can be fun to talk about. At most, maybe 30 seconds on all of the food and decorations and the venue itself.
That's how many people can hold in here. These things are addictive, right there. Got a little kitchen. This is actually not a bad haul.
I'm an Oreo fan as well. But yeah, again, let's see. It was about 1:43, and we're already about a minute in. And
we wanted to do a private party. Some pictures here tonight.
And so he's been talking about this for about a minute and a half, and I feel like it's a little bit slow. If you had it in montage form or something like that, I feel like that would be a little bit better. Again, the video content is good, but I feel like it's a little bit too long form. I think that's what I might be getting at here. Paring it down into an easily digestible, because again, even if you're only expecting like future clients to watch it, I feel like it's still important to pare it down so that people aren't having to sift through a video to kind of see what kind of person you actually are, what kind of DJ you actually are. So let's skip ahead here. Oh, so it looks like we have a little epilogue here. So as he told us, looks like we're looking at the setup one last time. Let's take a look here.
Gosh, I forgot the name. IR4s from China. This one's from Rick Webb. They work pretty good. One of them I found that...
Another thing I noticed is I think this is the same background music as the beginning of the video. And if that's the case, is that 10 minutes of the same background song? I feel like either just changing up the music or going without music or having just room ambiance, maybe cutting to only when you're talking, that kind of thing. I think that might help out a little bit more.
Just having a text from the PTO staff saying that I was awesome. They had an excellent time. That some of the kids are done for tonight. So I did some parents a favor.
Overall, I think this video could have been 4 minutes maximum. You would have your intro talking to the camera. You have your setup. You have maybe another 30 seconds talking about the venue where you can just do like a quick sweep and then maybe a quick montage to kind of see what else is there. If you did take any video, some footage of just yourself doing some mixing, if you can put that in there. And then I think the last thing would be this outro that you're doing, which I love outros and gig logs. This is perfect. Outros and gig logs are top tier. Love and appreciate that. You're talking about what happened at the gig, the client felt about it, kind of giving us some closure on this event. But again, I think maximum 4 minutes. And even that could be pared down to maybe 90 seconds if you really wanted to, and then you could throw it onto like Instagram, onto like an Instagram reel or something. So once again, that's DJ Danny. Check him out. Check out DJ Danny and his gig logs. So we've got one last video that we're going to check out here. I'm going to butcher the name here. Gajvik Official, Gajvik, Gajvik Official with 47 subscribers. I think he actually does something really interesting with this video. So let's take a look here and at what he's got going on.
Now, for reception, it was wet.
The recap is always good.
Hi guys, so welcome.
So this is a clean and simple graphic that you can have. I think DJ Danny had like 4 different graphics that he went through. I can't remember, but I think Justin didn't even have. Yeah, he just had a like and subscribe button, and then he went to himself, which is totally okay. I think it's great to have a logo. It could be important. You could get stickers, whatever that means. Have it on your card, something iconic that people can equate that to you as a DJ. So a nice clean graphic here, and then he goes straight into talking, and he did have that recap as well. He was here talking about something that's going to happen later, and he kind of teases us with it. And that's something really important with these videos as well, is you want to grab people's attention, teasing them with some information. Like something I do in my videos is I put snippets of different things that happen throughout the video so you can kind of get an idea for what's going to happen later. So let's take a look at what Gajvik has to say.
Alright guys, so welcome back to my channel. Let's get into my January events. So my first event was on Saturday.
So that's something interesting that he does is he goes monthly. Take a look at his content. All of his gig logs are monthly. So he's got October, November, he had December. And I think that's really interesting. Like he talks about the whole month and he kind of goes through every individual part of it. And I think that's an interesting way to go about your gig log. So you're not editing a specific gig log, you're editing a bunch of gig logs, kind of compiling them together. It sounds like it might take the load off your shoulders a little bit of creating content after content with event after event, because some people do like 2 or 3 events a weekend. And for me, I record almost every gig that I go to, except for the rare few that I don't. So I just have a backlog of a bunch of DJ videos of weddings that probably may never get edited, but at least I can still look back on them and kind of see where I've been growing. So that's something that I appreciate about his videos. They're quick, and he talks about a whole month's worth, and he puts the time towards the events that have more information, more things to say about them. So let's take a look.
I was recommended from Terrell's birthday. I don't know if you guys remember from my video last month. It was at the exact same place out in Summerlin. It's this little clubhouse they had, except this time they had me located on the opposite end of the venue. We had people from their 50s, 60s, and 70s there, so I had...
This B-roll is fantastic. I think he talks throughout the whole video, so he's basically 10 minutes of him talking, and then he just splices in whatever information he needs. This is phenomenal B-roll, very dynamic, and it adds a lot to everything that you're doing.
I had to throw a lot of throwbacks, a lot of funk, 70s, 80s, and they for sure love that classic rock. So for the first hour, I did treat it kind of like a cocktail hour, so I kind of threw some more slow classic rock songs and some slow pop to kind of just set the mood for the first hour since the guests were starting to arrive. At first, it was a little bit hard to get people to start dancing.
I called it out. He's got a sticker for his logo. That's pretty amazing.
But Susan grabbed a couple of guests and went over to the dance floor, and they started kind of dancing away. From there, I just built on up until I believe like an hour and a half in. Then afterwards, we did sing. From there, Susan, there was really no dancing. Everyone just kind of started treating it like a cocktail. It was good to see that they had a nice little dance session for that hour and a half right before that cake cutting. So to continue, my second event of the month was at the Garden on Thursday, January.
Boom, second event already. We're a minute and a half in. Sometimes that's all you need. Basically went over the couple points and then he moved on. Let's skip ahead here. Let's take a look. I haven't seen this yet, so I'm gonna have to watch this later. I think he streams, and that's what he's showcasing here.
24, I decided to do something new. I decided to kind of play video games. And what better way to do it as I check out new music. So I decided to do a New Music Monday stream on Twitch every Monday from 9 p.m. Pacific to 1 a.m. But that was pretty much it. That was all I was up to this January.
I think streaming is a really great way to kind of get yourself out there, get your some more eyes on you. I just started streaming as well, and shouting that out in your videos as well. Especially when you're talking about your whole month, it's great to kind of get those little details. There will always be someone that wants to see whatever you're doing.
To 1 a.m. But that was pretty much it. That was all I was up to this January. I know January is kind of a slow month for just everyone in general, and specifically the wedding industry and especially DJs. But I try to keep myself busy and then obviously set myself some goals for me to do. It's kind of like a great time for, to establish everything and get everything ready for the rest of the year. So other than that, that was all of my January. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys next month. Gajvik out.
Gajvik. So that's a great way to end the video, where you kind of do that newscaster trope. I think this is a great way to kind of close out the video, and it gives yourself some time, some closure to kind of prepare yourself for the end of the video. So that's the last video I'm going to look at today. Once again, we had Justin the DJ, we have DJ Danny, and we have Gajvik Official. Did I say that wrong? Hold on. So once again, Justin the DJ, DJ Danny, and Gajvik Official. So check them out. So let me know if this is an interesting format, if you're intrigued by the format, you're interested in seeing other videos and shouting out more creators. If there's anybody that you want me to check out, put them in the comments below and I'll definitely check it out. I basically want to look at someone that has over 1,000 subscribers, someone that has between 1,000 and 100 subscribers, and then someone that has less than 100 subscribers, so we can kind of get a little bit of everything. I really want to highlight these DJs that are putting out this content because I think everybody gets a chance to be seen, especially if they're putting it out there. I think we can all learn from each other. So if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, leave it down in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one. We'll see you.